Aubrey here from RodSquaD TV, and today I've got 4 different ideas to turn this roll of sausage into some delicious savory breakfasts. All right, the first one is going to be a sweet potato frittata, and it's super delicious and very easy. Now that I have my sweet potato and my spinach ready, I'm gonna pour that into this huge baking dish, and then we're gonna ground up some of the sausage. So to get started, I'm actually gonna roll over to these lines, and I'm gonna cut this into 4 sections so that I know that I have enough sausage for the 4 different recipes that I'm going to make. All right, so here is my ground sausage, and I am just gonna take this and sprinkle it over my veggies. You can definitely do more meat to your frittata or casserole, whatever. I'm actually doing 2. So this is actually a little less than 1 pound of meat, and I'm using it on top of 2 of these dishes. That is one way I like to stretch our family's budget, but feel free to put a whole pound on just 1, or feel free to scatter it out and get more for your money. Either way, it'll be delicious. After that, I have whisked up 15 eggs with about half a cup of milk. I use non-dairy milk, but either way. And then I'm gonna pour that over the pans, and we're gonna bake them at 375 for probably about 30 minutes. Oh no! While our frittata is baking, I'm going to show you the second idea. And we are going to make some sausage balls, and they are so good and really easy to grab and go in the morning. All right, so the recipe calls for 1 1/4 cups of flour. I did half and half regular flour, and I substituted some with almond flour because I'm really wanting to just get as much protein in this as possible to keep my family full as long as possible. Then we're going to add in some cayenne, onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, baking powder, and cheese. You have your flour, like dry ingredients, and your cheese. You're gonna add in You're gonna add in the raw sausage and 3 tablespoons of butter. And the first time Guillermo saw me do this, he was like, ugh, gross. But you're really just gonna go for it, and you're just gonna mash this all together until it forms kind of like a dough. All right, here's what it should look like when you're all the way done. And then depending on size, you are just going to grab your sausage, and you're just gonna roll them into little balls. We're gonna place those on the pan, and then we are going to bake those suckers up. All right, so I managed to get 28. And remember, I was using a 3-pound package of sausage, and I cut it into 4s. So this is actually a little less than a whole pound, and I was able to get 28 out of it. So I feel like that is pretty good. I like it because you're adding the cheese and you're adding the flour, so you're allowing the meat to stretch a bit further than if you were to just make single patties. So the third savory breakfast idea I have for you Oh my goodness, I just have to say they are amazing. We tried them for the first time yesterday. I made them. Some of the footage is actually going to be from yesterday, and I'm going to make them again today because of how much of a hit they were. And they are breakfast quesadillas. Okay, so now the fourth breakfast is savory, but with a sweet twist. Me and my sweet tooth, I couldn't resist. We are going to make like pancake, like sausage pancake muffins. So you can eat it savory, or you can put some butter and maybe a little maple syrup to dip it in, and I think that that would just be fantastic. So for the sausage pancake muffins, I have 2 cups of flour. Again, I did 1.5 of regular flour and 1/2 cup of almond flour. I'm really just kind of playing around with that today. 1/4 cup of sugar. We are gonna put in, you know, a dash of cinnamon, how much ever. I don't ever really measure cinnamon very well. And a tablespoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And that is all for the dry ingredients. All right, we're just gonna stir all the dry ingredients around, and we're gonna actually add ground sausage to that bowl. So I'm gonna take my ground sausage and pour it into my dry ingredients. All right, so now for our wet ingredients, we need 1 egg. We're gonna need 2 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of oil, and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Okay, the recipe says it's supposed to make 2 dozen. I really don't see how that is gonna work, but we're gonna try it out. So here I go with my spray again, making it oh so easy. And I'm gonna fill up my muffin tins. Okay, well there you go. It actually did fill them up. I used 1/4 cup measure. I skimped on a couple of them because I was a little nervous. Totally not the same size. All right, so these just came out of the oven. They are flatter than like a normal muffin, but I think it is intentional because they're supposed to be like pancakes. I have not tasted it yet. It smells very good. Let's see. It's good. It's not too sweet if you're not into sweets for breakfast, but it could definitely go on the sweet side with a little drizzle of maple syrup. These are gonna be a winner in our house for sure. I hope you enjoyed these savory breakfast ideas. I love using wholesome ingredients for fulfilling breakfast that we can easily grab even if we are running out the door that morning. It's so much more fulfilling than a quick bowl of cereal or a cereal bar or something like that. I don't know about your kids, but my kids get hungry in like 20 minutes after eating cereal. So hopefully one of these ideas will work for you and your family, and I hope y'all stick around for more videos like this. Make sure and like and subscribe to our channel, and until next time, have a blessed day.